This movie is so bad, it's actually, no, it's just bad. Let's do it. The Bye Bye Man opens in 1969, and we see this man named Larry go on a shooting spree in this neighborhood where he kills a lot of people. And before he shoots these people, he asks them, "Who did you tell? Did you say the name to anybody?" And he keeps repeating the words, "Don't say it, don't think it." We cut to present day, and we meet our main character, Elliot, who is a college student. He has this girlfriend named Sasha. The two of them, along with Elliot's friend John, rent out this house that they move into. Weird things start happening pretty much immediately upon them moving into this house. Elliot finds all this furniture in the basement, and there's this nightstand that has all this writing on it. This writing just says, "Don't say it, don't think it," over and over again, and eventually he sees that it also says, "The Bye Bye Man." They start to find these coins that appear everywhere. Sasha starts hearing weird noises coming from this little closet in their bedroom. They try to ignore this, and they have a party one night, and a bunch of people show up, including Elliot's older brother and his family. Sasha also invites over this girl, Kim, who she tells the boys is going to do a psychic cleansing of the house because Kim is sensitive. They decide to hold a seance, and at first the boys don't believe it. They're making fun of Kim, but eventually she shows that she does know some shit that there's no possible way that she could know. During the seance, Kim starts to freak out because she starts to hear voices saying over and over, "Don't say it, don't think it." And when she says that to Elliot, he remembers what he saw written in that nightstand, and he says out loud, "The Bye Bye Man." So Kim freaks out. They're able to calm her down. She ends up staying the night with John, and Sasha and Elliot go to bed too. But immediately after this, things just get so much worse. Sasha gets really sick. Her, Elliot, and John all start to have these hallucinations. Like, John sees these maggots coming out of Kim's face. They're just all seeing things that aren't there. So one day, Elliot decides that he's going to go to the library to see what he can find on the Bye Bye Man. He tells the librarian what he's looking for, and she ends up finding a couple articles about the Bye Bye Man, but says that they were hidden as if they didn't want anybody to find them. One of these articles is about how in 1969, this teenage boy killed his whole family, and when he was interviewed, he said that the Bye Bye Man made him do it. The reporter who wrote this article was that guy Larry, who went on to commit a mass murder himself. So Elliot decides that he's going to go back to Kim and ask for help to see if she knows how to fix this, and when he gets there, we see that her hands are covered in blood. As she and Elliot are driving back to Elliot's house, she starts to have this hallucination of this family that is in this accident, and she gets out to help. Elliot tries to stop her, knowing that this is a hallucination that the Bye Bye Man is causing, but ultimately Kim ends up getting hit by a train and she dies. So this detective shows up on the scene, and she thinks that Elliot had something to do with Kim's death, so she brings him into the station. But it turns out that Kim had left a suicide note, and the blood on her hands earlier belonged to her roommate who she killed, and in the note she planned on also killing Sasha, Elliot, and John. And in the note she explains that anybody who's heard the name has to die. The detective asks Elliot what this name is, but he refuses to tell her, and also tells John and Sasha that they can never repeat the Bye Bye Man's name to anybody. So Elliot ends up tracking down that guy Larry's widow, and she explains to him that knowing that name causes a curse that gives you hallucinations until this demon or spirit, whatever, ultimately kills you. And that was the reason that Larry went on this shooting spree, because he was killing anybody that knew the name so the curse would die. And we see a flashback of the Bye Bye Man coming to Larry after he kills everybody, and Larry tells the Bye Bye Man that he's not gonna win, and he kills himself. So Elliot asks the widow, "How did you survive?" And she's like, "I never knew the name. Larry never told me." Elliot has a hallucination of her setting on fire. It's a whole thing. So a little earlier, Elliot had gotten a call from the librarian explaining to him, like, "I can't stop thinking about the Bye Bye Man. I'm having the strangest thoughts." And we see in the background that she has killed her whole family. As Elliot is driving home, she jumps out in the middle of the street and he hits her with his car and kills her. It turns out she was actually on her way to kill him next. Elliot gets home, and there's already tension between him, Sasha, and John, because he's convinced that Sasha and John are cheating, because he's had hallucinations of that, and now all three of them start to have hallucinations at once. John is having a hallucination that a dead Kim is attacking him, Sasha's hallucinating that Elliot is attacking her, and Elliot has a hallucination where he sees John on top of Sasha stabbing her, so he shoots John. But after he fires, he comes to and realizes that he has shot Sasha and she dies. Before that, she had stabbed John, so he seemingly is dead too. Eventually, the Bye Bye Man presents himself to Elliot. Now, as this is happening, Elliot's brother shows up with his daughter because they know that something's wrong. He hasn't been able to get in touch with Elliot. As they're trying to get into the house, Elliot is just trying to convince himself not to say the Bye Bye Man's name to not pass on the curse. And ultimately, as the bye-bye man is approaching Elliot, tells his brother that he loves him and he shoots himself in the head and he dies. Now, Elliot's brother, of course, is distraught and they drive home and his young daughter says, "Hey, I saw a nightstand with a bunch of writing," and you're like, "Oh shit, now she knows the name." It turns out she's like, "I don't know, I can't read in the dark," so they're fine. Now, police and ambulances are on the scene, and it turns out that John is still alive and he's being wheeled out. As he's being brought out of the house, the detective goes over to him and he whispers something into her ear. So we know that he told her the bye bye man's name and the curse will live on, and the movie ends.